So ever since it was announced Colin Kaepernick was going to be holding a workout to potentially get back in the NFL, I've been looking forward to it, and today that day finally came, and we finally have footage of Colin Kaepernick working out. In this video, we're going to break down how Kaepernick looks, what we like, and what teams we think might be a good fit for him. Now quickly, before we dive into the good stuff, feel free to like and subscribe to this video and turn on notice. It helps the channel out a lot, and I post sports content almost daily. Alright, so Colin Kaepernick, how did he look? Well, first and foremost, he looked in shape, which was good. His spirits seemed up, which was good. And his arm seemed big time. Big time in a sense, he can easily push the ball, 50, 60, maybe even 70 yards down the field. Like, it looked like he still had that big time arm, big time cannon that he was known for. Now, in terms of accuracy, I gotta be honest, I don't know how critical someone should be when judging him in terms of accuracy, because one, we don't know what kind of relationship he had with the receivers that he was throwing the balls to. Now, I'm pretty sure he probably handpicked the receivers, but again, we don't know, honestly, where these guys came from, or at least I don't know where they came from, and we really don't know how much time they had together to prep for this event. For example, college QBs on their pro days, they are throwing to receivers that they spent the last 365 days with, They spend year-round time with these guys, so they have really good relationships and chemistry, and you kind of know where to put the ball with each guy. I don't know if Kaepernick was practicing the past week with these guys, the past month with these guys. We just don't know how much time they had together. So if they only had a week to get things down, I think we should be lenient in terms of accuracy. Now, though I think we should be lenient, I will discuss his accuracy some. So on deep balls, the positive is we saw the big arm, right? We saw the big arm. We saw he can still push it down the field, but the accuracy wasn't really there in my opinion. So a good deep ball, a receiver will probably catch in stride, doesn't really have to adjust too much to. Maybe it's over the shoulder, you just turn around and catch it. That's a good deep ball. Kaepernick didn't really throw too many deep balls where the receiver just caught in stride, perfect play, perfect accuracy. But again, that's something that comes with building a relationship with the receiver, and it just comes over time. It's not something you can just instantly do first any random receiver you're playing with. You really gotta just develop that synergy and kind of pick up on their speed and how they run the route. So again, I don't know if we should be too critical. I will say this, the majority, if not every deep ball Kaepernick threw, it looked good and it was catchable, but again, to me, they just weren't really being caught in stride. Now, moving on to the short routes, the medium routes, the swing routes, the flat routes, all that good stuff, anything but deep routes. To me, the majority of those routes and balls look good. Those seem to have, I guess, less margin for error. To me, his short balls and medium balls look way more accurate than any deep ball that he threw. And to be fair, I think that would be true for just about any and every NFL QB. Now, this is just my opinion as an avid football watcher and football fan. I'm not too sure what NFL scouts are really looking for. I feel like he went through almost every throw that you might see in the combine, and again, he connected on the majority of his throws. So I think if I'm an NFL scout, we see his arm still works. He does look in good shape. He didn't run a 40 or anything like that, but he still looks good, right? So let's say hypothetically, NFL scouts like Cap, they all agree he can still play pro ball at the highest level. What teams do I think would be the best fit for Kaepernick? All right, so first up, I think the Bears. I think the Bears can use Kaepernick. We all know the Bears' defense is all world, but the QB play, it's subpar. It's not that good. I think Kaepernick, if he can just sustain a couple more drives than Trubisky, give that defense some time to rest, I think the Bears could potentially be a championship team if Kaepernick could just be, honestly, a middle-of-the-pack QB. Trubisky's a bottom-of-the-pack QB right now. If Cap can just be a middle-of-the-pack game manager, I think the Bears will be fine. Another team which might surprise you is the Chargers. I'm pretty sure Phillip Rivers is on the last year of his contract. That is a team that's honestly loaded on both sides of the ball. Though their RB game playing backfield has kind of, I don't know, it's kind of trending downward. I feel like Kaepernick would be a good guy that they can pick up, remain competitive, and they can also kind of groom the next generation of their franchise in terms of QB. Like, they could draft the guy, have him sit and wait on the bench, develop him while Kaepernick is doing his thing. And then worst case scenario, if Cap's bad, they already got a guy in waiting. Now, the rest of the starting jobs, I think Cap could potentially land. Maybe the Dolphins, maybe the Bengals. They're all bad teams, and I don't know if Cap wants to come back and play on a bad team. I'm not sure if Cap just wants back in the league, or if he wants to be in a competitive team, or even if he's willing to be a backup. If Cap is willing to be a backup, I think the best team in terms of him being a backup would probably be the Saints. because the Saints are probably going to lose Teddy Bridgewater this offseason. And again, in terms of being a backup, I think the Seahawks, I think if Russell Wilson goes down, the Seahawks could easily transition to Kaepernick. We saw Pat Mahomes go down. He might be a great backup for the Chiefs. I think Cap being a backup for a competitive team is a good idea. Instead of him being a starter for a trash team, I think that makes way more sense. But I don't know. You guys can sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think about his, I guess, quote-unquote pro day or tryout. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to turn on those noties. Take it easy. Peace.